Now, over to biggest regrets when it comes to music gear. Now, for this one, I didn't even know where to start. There's a list of guitars I wish I hadn't have sold. There's also a couple of amplifiers I wish I hadn't have purchased, or I wish I hadn't sold them and then repurchased them. So anyway, I've made that mistake a couple of times where I've bought an amp, for example, a Fender Blues Deluxe, loved it, sold it for whatever reason, and then went and got another one. Makes no sense whatsoever. Another amp I wish I had have kept. I actually had one of those modern twins that actually had a drive channel and you could switch it down to 25 watts. I'd love to try that again. That's one amp that I don't know if I made the most out of it when I got it. But that said, I had a DeVille at the same time. And I think the DeVille Clean was much, much nicer. It was a 212. Sounded beautiful, but you know, it was pretty heavy. I kind of wish I had have kept one of my Vox amps. That's one of those sounds that from time to time, the Vox tone's just cool. You know, I don't know how else to say it. Put a tube screamer on it and it's away and going. I love the sound of that. In terms of guitars, I don't really have as many regrets when it comes to selling guitars. I have sold a few. One that comes to mind would be the Tokai Les Paul that I picked up for a bargain. I got it from a second-hand shop. And at the time, I ended up getting a Gibson or something, so I sold the Tokai. Later found out that the Tokai was just, it played so much better, and that sucks. I really wish I had kept that. Another guitar I wish I had persisted with a little bit longer was my G&L Telecaster. It was one of those ASAC classic guitars. Now, I picked that up from a shop called the Guitar Attic in Daytona, Florida, and it's something I wish I had persisted with a little longer. Another regret of something I wish I could have bought at the time but didn't was, well, there's two guitars that really stick out in my mind. One I picked up recently was my Gold Top, the Les Paul. I also should have probably picked up the Sir Telecaster from Jerry's. It's fantastic. And I'm still thinking about that one. And also the Duesenberg guitar from him as well. That's Lefty's, man, beautiful.